Hi, this is Rebecca, and as always, I'm here to support you as you bring seeking to completion and free yourself from the self-improvement trap by remembering who you are. So the question I'd like us to look at today is, what if what you are is more than anything that you ever thought that you were? What if what you are is other than anything you ever could think that you are? And I invite you to investigate that question, because what you are is indeed more than anything you could think of, even the best things you could possibly think. If you can think it, then what you truly are is more than that, is other than anything you could ever conceive of. Now, why is this important? It's important because your point of identification, meaning what you recognize yourself to be, is the most important thing that informs your entire experience. Because whatever you're experiencing is in and of itself far less, it doesn't mean anything on its own. What matters is not what you're experiencing, but who you recognize yourself to be while you're experiencing it. And that recognition will change everything. So if you believe yourself to be anything extremely limited, right? If you're defining yourself and placing your point of identification in just this physical body, just your mind, just your ego, just all the things that you can define yourself as through your mind, as a man or a woman, as your ethnicity, as all of your past experiences in this life, even any past life experience, anything that you can define through the mind in that way, then constricts you and then puts in place this continuous tension of having to maintain that identity, defend that identity, protect yourself from whatever you think is the opposite of that identity, to start concerning yourself with whether other people have the same recognition of what you think your identity is as you do, and on and on and on and on. You see how it just creates layers and layers and layers of thought and difficulty and just effort and work and disharmony and tension. So the more limited your identity is by having so many definitions on it, the more constricted your point of identification is, then whatever you're experiencing then feels more difficult. On the other side, the more that you allow yourself to recognize and identify with the truth of yourself, which exists beyond anything you could possibly define or label, from there you have much more access to that continuous, infinite, all-embracing, boundless, unconditional love, that love without opposite, and the peace that underlies everything. And when you're resting in that, then any experience can come and go through your awareness, and all that you offer is what can bring it more into harmony. Because that's how love behaves. So since people tend to misunderstand love as that's what I like the most, or that's what is my favorite, they often have a hesitation to offer love or apply love or just be in that place of overflowing love, thinking that whatever love touches, it's going to amplify it. So there's a hesitation to love what I think, I don't want more of, for example. When in reality, if you've ever heard of herbs that are classified as adaptogenic or are considered adaptogens, right? That they don't act as either a stimulant or a depressant. They just help support whatever is needed in the moment. That's how love acts. Love is an adaptogen. So love just brings more harmony to whatever's present. And your ability to allow love to flow through you and bring that kind of harmony depends upon your point of identification. Because when your identification is in that place of the very limited you, your physical body, just your mind, just your ego, all the labels that go with that, then there's all these decisions that have to be made about what to love and what not to love. And then it's a constant tug of war in a place of duality. So I invite you to use that question, just not to try to make sure that you get the right answer or a certain intellectual answer. It's just a question that opens the door for you to allow more into your attention the experience of what is the truth. So ask that question, what if what you are is something other than anything you could ever think that you are? So I invite you to play around with that, enjoy it. Let me know how it goes. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon.